areas got a couple of inches, officially 0.1 inches at MSP. But here you go. You have a few hours to add up some more snow for the season so far. So the next 18 hours, if you look at the time frame, we're talking lunch hour, we're talking the early evening rush. So just count on some wet roadways, maybe some reduced visibility. Definitely cold. This is where the cold air is entrenched. Temperatures hanging out into the 30s all day long. But here's a look at the snowfall totals. As you can see, nothing off the charts. It's not a huge storm system by any stretch of the imagination, but again, 1 to 3 inches of snowfall during the week, during the day is enough to slow things down, and there will be spots that could be more like 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. When you look at the radar right now, and it's real splotchy. Again, you don't see such a well-defined system tearing on through. So from time to time, those snow showers will be coming on by. Notice where the radar is a little bit darker with a shade of blue. That's a little bit more of the robust snow showers. And then off to the west we go, and a little bit of that cold rain as temperatures, again, are into the 30s. So with that limited moisture being pulled to the north, our system will be diving to the south, taking with it that moisture, but definitely working with the cold air that's in place. We were talking about some of that heat that we'll be tracking. We'll talk about that in a second. This is the area of the country that is going to stay sort of entrenched. So that moisture moving up over this system, working with that cold air, that's where we're seeing the snow, but not that far off. Very easily see some of that rainfall mix in and a cold rain at that. Watch the clock and find your spot on the map. You can see right about the lunch hour, we have some decent snowfall happening in Minneapolis. Again, enough to reduce visibility on the roadways out towards Eau Claire. Not quite in Madison right now. You're sort of on the edge there. Notice it's northern Wisconsin, UP of Michigan. That'll see some of that snow through this evening, but it's cold rain from Milwaukee, Chicago, on over into Green Bay, and then eventually pushing out early tomorrow morning, maybe some lingering light rain showers. The next 7 days, of course, this being November 1st, looking ahead to the first weekend of November. Meanwhile, now about a month officially left of meteorological fall. And we've got quite a map. It looks very fall-like, where literally everything is on it. We have showers and thunderstorms from along the Gulf Coast, that rain stretching up into the northeast, but also some snow. Not heavy right now. Minneapolis could end up with an inch or two, up towards Duluth, maybe 3 to 5 inches, but definitely remaining unsettled, cold and stormier here across the Pacific Northwest and the Rockies. You see that as we get in through tomorrow. But notice a lot of green on the screen, so warmer air surging to the north. And talk about warmer. 93 the forecast in Dallas, out of the 80s into the 90s. That 93 would be a new all-time November high record. The old one, 89. They had never hit 90 degrees in November. They have in December. Kind of interesting. We get to Friday, the wet weather and the warm weather still stretching all the way up into New England. You've got 70 in Boston, 70 in New York, 75 in Atlanta, and still pushing 90 degrees in towards Dallas. But it's the snow and the cold from Billings to Minneapolis and Fargo. Highs only into the 30s with that snowfall continuing. That still is on the map as we get into Saturday. You see from the Rockies, the Great Basin stretching into the northern upper Midwest here and the UP of Michigan. But meanwhile, it is sort of a chilly rain. Chicago, 51 degrees and showers for you on Saturday. We get to Sunday, rounding out the first weekend of November, and you have the rain around the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. Our high temperatures are out of the 70s now in the Northeast, back to 56 in Boston, 64 in New York. We've got Marathon happening this weekend in New York City. And we have, of course, the wet weather along the West Coast, which is fantastic news. We'll take every drop. Some of that will be in the form of some snow and a little bit remaining here on Monday. We get to Monday and it's showers and thunderstorms pushing into the Northeast. Here we go again. Highs near 70 once again, New York. And then by Tuesday, you see still that wet weather, and we get that hit as that front comes on by. Highs back down into the 50s. It's a roller coaster here. And then some showers and some snow showers there across parts of the West.